Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Mr. Greatness. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. We have a whole lot of information to share to break down how to promote your business. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com, and that's the same email if you want to make a donation, a free will offering through our PayPal account. That's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Check out our company, www.evolutionoflondon.com. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall where we have a whole wide range of products. Men's, kids, ladies' clothes. We have jewelry and cologne and perfume and much more house products. So that's evolutionoflondon.com. And also check out evolutionoflondon.org. There you'll find custom clothes, accessories, digital products for as far as ebooks, and that's for personal as well as business use. And finally, check us out at evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. There you'll find lotions, soaps, games, DVDs, and more clothing. So that's evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon, so you can support us that way. And we do have a Patreon channel in which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. Again, you'll find artwork, digital artwork, and consulting services as well. Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19. There you'll find more of our platform on there as we expand on Rumble. So that's www.rumble.com. And then type in the Oracle 19. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 12-ounce jars. 100% soy wax candles from unscented to scented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, rose, eucalyptus, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, you can email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. And you can find them on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Royalty 9 International. So again, you want to place an order for these candles, the 35 plus burning hours. Just email the company, royalty9international@gmail.com. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. The Greatness 19 channel is our educational channel to open up your third eye. So like, subscribe, and share as we expand, keep on expanding worldwide. And for your new listeners, pass the information. It's very important to pass it on your social media platform and tell the people to like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, and also Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So you will see that Mr. Evolution of London on the Greatness 19 page, actually. As you scroll down the page, you'll see the link to subscribe to Mr. Evolution of London. So definitely will appreciate that. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also you can support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.com for custom clothing, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, so definitely I need y'all guys to support him. You can email him if you want him to come to your venue anywhere on this planet Earth. DJ Panthro 519@gmail.com. Again, that's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. And like, subscribe, and share to his social media platform, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's DJ Panthro 519. And his bonus TikTok page is The Real DJ Panthro. So you definitely like, subscribe, and share to his platforms. Cindy's Place. Cindy's Place has custom clothes, very nice custom clothes, accessories, and digital products, I might add. So just go to her website, www.cindysplace.org. Again, that's www.cindysplace.org. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Anchor.fm, now Spotify for podcasters, Google, Apple, Spotify, and Amazon Music, just to name a few. So you'll find all the information in the description boxes of those major platforms. Rumble, just type in the Oracle 19, you'll find information there. The Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those platforms are on YouTube, so you'll find information there. And finally, www.oracle19radio.com. Well, as always, I give my perspective to different topics. So, good, bad, up, and down is usually my perspective. That makes sense to hopefully most of you. Today, we're going to talk about your guide to proper etiquette. Your guide to proper etiquette. And that's basically an extension from the topic, from last topic, dealing with personal care and hygiene. And I want to add on to that from basically the extension from the last topic. Let's get right to it. Etiquette. It's really a dying art. You know, class, morals, standards. This is something that we need to have. Unfortunately, in this day and time, etiquette is a dying art. Let's be for real. The previous generation didn't really teach the newer generation about etiquette. I talked about, like I said, personal, basically proper grooming. I should say personal care and hygiene. But etiquette, that's a dying art. And being that schools don't teach etiquette, this is one of the biggest problems with why the society of human beings are basically trash. Phase 1, etiquette for eating. You shouldn't talk while you're eating. Again, nobody want to see food in your mouth. I know I don't. This is to avoid spillage of food coming out your mouth. As well as it will be unpleasant when people is looking at you. So that is something that it seemed like a lost art, talking with your mouth full. Eat silently. I've been around people and they smacking. Oh man, that's one of my pet peeves. You eating food. Oh, it's like taking, for me, equivalent taking your finger and scratching the chalkboard at school. That screeching noise. That's equivalent when I hear people smack. Slurping their drink and burping real loud. Just etiquette. Chewing loudly, you know, letting the whole world hear you. What are you, a dog? Class. Etiquette. It's a dying art. Close your mouth while you're chewing. There's nothing more disgusting than observing someone while in the process of chewing their food. What, are you, a savage? It's amazing. You should not put liquid into your mouth while your food, your mouth is full of food. Again, take your time, chew your food, swallow, then drink. See, if you're at a restaurant, don't overfill your plate like you're not used to food. Take a sizable portion, but not mountains and mountains of food. You in public, ladies and gentlemen. All different types of people are observing you eat, especially if you're at a formal dinner. Act like you're not starving. And by right, if you're at a formal dinner, you have a sizable portion, you don't clear the whole food, the plate of food. You leave a little portion left. It just shows that you have you already ate, or you're not starving. It's a certain etiquette. And for God's sake, don't lick your plate or take your finger and lick in the plate. People do it though. Never criticize the food served. If you don't like the food, just politely say, I don't care for any. Thank you. Get into a habit of complimenting and being gracious after a meal is done. Just say, for example, I enjoy my dinner, or I enjoy the breakfast. Thank you. Just polite. You don't have to say, this food is trash. Especially if you're in public, at a restaurant. Just politely just say, I don't care about the food. I don't care for any more, or thank you, but no thanks. And leave it alone. It's just a certain etiquette. And if you're with multiple people, don't lean over and stare down another person's plate, breathing all over their food while you have your food on your plate. It's etiquette, especially when you at a formal meeting or in a crowd. You're staring down and breathing at another one's plate. Oh, look at that peas. Ooh, looks good. Let me smell it. Come on now. That's rude. Etiquette. Wash your hands before eating your meal. Make sure you run your fingernails and between your fingers before you start eating a meal. At a formal meeting or a family dinner, same principle. Get in the habit, especially when you're home. While leaving the table, especially when you're in a group of people at the restaurant, excuse yourself as discreetly as possible and return the same way. Just certain etiquette. You could just say, excuse me, I'll be right back. Going to the washroom. This is if you're at a business meeting or a formal dinner with a group of friends and family or whatever the case. It starts from home. But these little things we really don't know. One should always put his or her food into a plate or a bowl. Never eat out of a can or a box. It's something even if it's presented to you at a restaurant, see if you can ask for a plate. Should get in the habit. I find when I'm at restaurants, I see a lot of people do these things, more than you know. And if you are with a group of people, just try to stimulate a conversation, something that is joyful, classy, non-confrontational. If you're in a meeting, business meeting, or if you're in a social event, but just don't talk about things that is unpleasant while you're at the table. And for example, you say, oh, I gotta take a leak. Man, when I take a leak, man, I piss like a racehorse. Come on now. Top examples like that. Etiquette. Or say, man, when my stomach get upset, I gotta let it load. Come on now. Etiquette. Class. If you are, let's say, at home, and you hosting a dinner for people to come to your house, make sure you have the cleanest and most attractive. Make sure that atmosphere is the most cleanest and attractive atmosphere. The table is clean, polished. Definitely the utensils are clean and properly served. Tableware, tablecloth, napkins. Prepare and arrange the environment. And the arrangement of food are equally important as well. Get an idea of the people that come into your house, what they eat or don't eat. And it might be hard to gauge, but have something that is general for something general that anyone can eat. People eat salads, things like that. Just using that as an example if you're talking about vegetables. You can add on different other vegetables, but just make sure it's practical and good for everybody. And this is one that a lot of people do. Putting your elbows on the table. If you're in a business setting or with a group of strange people, you're not really supposed to eat and putting your elbow on the table. It's etiquette, poor etiquette. Don't reach over anyone while at the table. If something is needed, ask for it to be passed to you. You don't have to lean over and you might knock down something. Just ask the individual that has closest, let's say, butter, just to pass the butter to you. And they will pass it around. Basic things. And when you are in a setting, drink out of glasses or cups, not jars or bottles. I don't want to see a 40-ounce beer on your table. And I know that's a little bit over the top, but this is etiquette. And it's better to eat out of glassware rather than plastic. Just to let you know, plastic holds more germs and odors. Especially if you're in a big setting, or in a setting where you're inviting certain people, or you're in a setting you're setting up it's a big dinner, a function. You have to set this up. And when you're eating something, and let's say you don't like that food, I don't need to see you spitting it in your cup or your glass or the plate. And you have to teach the kids that too, starting at a young age, teaching them etiquette. But I know I've seen adults do that, take it and spit the food back on the plate, like they spit in tobacco. As they're in the South, taking tobacco and putting in your mouth and spitting it. This is not that type of scene, ladies and gentlemen. Etiquette. Class. Do not wipe your hands on the tablecloth or your clothing. I've seen adults do that too. That's why you have a napkin, a paper towel. People wiping their hands on their clothes and tablecloth. Poor etiquette. Always use utensils for serving. Do not use your hands. You have people acting like a bunch of savages, taking their hands and dipping it and grabbing up the macaroni with their hands, or the meat with their hands. If you're in the setting with a group of people at a table or a restaurant, use the fork, the knife, the spoon if you have to. You can find this on YouTube. Just Google etiquette. And all this will make sense to you. You can see the visuals of what I'm talking about. Try to eat neatly, properly, without dripping food on the table or floor, if possible. We all make a little oops, but you have your napkin on your lap and you sit close to the table as possible and relax and take your time and eat. People are watching. If you do have to burp or cough, always place the napkin or hand over your mouth and turn away from the table. Nobody wants you to be coughing your germs while they're eating. And if it gets too bad, politely excuse yourself and go to a quiet area or washroom and handle your business. Sitting straight in your chair. Excuse me. See, I'm not around you when I cough, so you won't catch my germs. Always sit straight. It's not only good posture, but it's proper etiquette as well. You should not lay or stand while eating. It is unhealthy for your body. Table manners for children. You definitely want to implement that as well. And all of these things that I mentioned, you should implement this to your children because they learning. But if you teaching them how to hold a fork and a knife, which you should know as well, how to cut meat ever so gently with your knife in your right hand and your fork in your left, bracing the meat while you ever so gently cut it, not raking the plate, making noise. And you should cut your meat in small pieces and cut the whole, let's say, steak or chicken or turkey or fish. Cut everything completely. Therefore, you don't have to go back and keep cutting. Just a little word to the wise. And if it's a family setting, I'm just giving you a picture of this. Excuse me. I talk so much, sometimes I'm losing my voice. But just give you a picture of this setting. If you're at a family setting, just think of the spoon, the knife on the right side, the plate is right next to it in the middle, and the fork is on the left. Now, formal dinners are different. In formal dinners, you have, and it'd be set up differently. Might see the spoon, and then you have two different types of knife, the cutting knife, which is the longer knife, and the smaller knife, which is the butter knife on the right side. And then you have your plate in the middle with a cup in the middle. Maybe it might be tea later down the road. And then you find on the left side of your plate, you might find a smaller knife, which is for eating cakes, other pastries. Then your your smaller fork for pastries, the longer fork for the regular dinner, and then your napkin will be on the far end. This is on your left side. And then it might be other utensils above your plate, depending if you have multiple appetizers. So this is a formal dinner setting. And you might, again, the butter plate, I'm just repeating the napkin, follow the silverware like the knives to the right. And you might get multiple appetizers, and to the left, the forks. And again, you get the spoon because you get multiple appetizers, especially if it's in front of your plate, because you might have soup as well. And the glass might be in the middle of the plate because you might get wine. It all depends of the setting. And you should know how to hold a fork and a spoon. You don't grab it with all of your hands. You're grabbing a baseball bat. I don't know, but it's a way to hold it. Using your index finger and your thumb. If it's a knife, I'm painting the picture, but you probably need to go and Google or YouTube. But the important fingers in holding the knife would be, part of it would be your index finger and your thumb. And that would be the important part of eating. But again, you can always go on YouTube and see it visually, because there's plenty of topics with that. If you're a religious person, you should say your grace before your meal and after your meal. And I'm not going to tell you what you can say, because again, that depends if you're a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian. You might have verses from the Bible that you want to speak on. So again, these are the things, some of the many things that you should practice for proper etiquette. And in general, a little bit outside of the topic, men and women's health is very important. I do encourage good exercise, working out. Men, strengthen up your muscles, walk a lot, and don't wear tight clothing. All of this is to keep your sperm count at a good rate. Now, again, eating, exercise is very important, but this is a little bit past the etiquette part of things. We're just talking about general practice in terms of health. Just throwing some examples. That's all. Just throwing certain things out there. And women, you can do the same. Eating right, and also exercising. Keep your body strong and healthy, and we all want to live a healthy life. Proper breathing. Waking up in the morning, stretching, drinking water, inhaling, exhaling 9 times. Some warm tea, stimulate the body and flush out toxins. Again, a little bit outside of the realm of etiquette. But these are just examples. Again, I'm just throwing certain things out there. So, if you want to comment, you have any comments, just send your comments to evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Hopefully this information is helpful for you. And because again, we need to get back to the basics. Because unfortunately, a lot of us was not taught this by the previous generation. Maybe the previous generation didn't know about proper etiquette themselves. So this is your opportunity to soak in the knowledge so you could be able to pass it along to the next generation. Proper etiquette. Very important in this day and time. So like, subscribe, and share to the Oracle 19 podcast on all the social media that I talked about. Also like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Pass the information, like I said before, worldwide. And until the next time, stay strong. Thank you for listening.